It's a brand new day. Two teams coming out here hot to try to make it into the grand finals. And let's kick it off with none other than Formal here from OpTic Gaming.
Camouflage sitting towards the middle. Obviously, both teams won first hands on it, but a stray grenade shredding the shields of your man Formal. Space Station Gaming going 2 down immediately, and Camo still not grabbed, but it looks like OpTic are starting to make their move.
It's so interesting seeing the starts here on Aquarius. It used to be just grenades going over towards those sneaky ledges over on the car side. All of a sudden, people are just getting grenaded left and right over near the thruster packs in the courtyard.
Them GB nades, they're coming out. You gotta watch out for them. You also gotta watch out for Lucid just sneaking around with this camouflage, not only putting damage onto multiple different players, but feeding that information to the rest of this team. Has an individual pivotal battle, gonna back right out of it, doesn't want to go down, wants to get every last value out of that camo.
Yeah, got every second out of it, but no caps out of it. That's a solid defense there coming out of Space Station Gaming. Pretty neutral territory right now, but that's going to be 3 falling down for OpTic, and Eco is already on the Space Station base.
And that's what we talk about with the objective efficiency with Space Station Gaming. The moment they get their slays, they're already in your base. Don't let them slay you twice, so that flag will be moving the opposite way. Trippy trading out his life there on the car side. Both teams momentarily going 2 down, both teams struggling to get full map control.
Yeah, and during these next 30 seconds, they're going to be vying for control of the center of the map. Yes, if they get a few kills, they might try to get a quick pull, but other than that, they're going to likely set up for this camo coming up to 25. But instead, Space Station decides to get a quick pull out here. Eco trying to run this towards pink. Is this going to go well, or is this going to cost them not only the flag grab, but also the upcoming camo?
Inside control still for SSG. Stellar backs all the way down, but Trippy not going to allow him to get away. The follow-through is in, but OpTic momentarily have numbers. Penguin, he wants to win this fight. It's not going to happen. APG sends him to the death screen.
And that's going to be 3 down for Space Station Gaming right as the camo came up. That certainly had to go in the hands of an OpTic member. And we also see them pushing out all across the map. So we're going to have to see if they're able to turn that into anything. We're on Lucid's death screen for a second, so I wonder if he was able to grab the camo, but no. Somehow Eco, the first player who grabbed that flag off his respawn, pushed on over and got that top center camo.
We saw the first camouflage end up in the hands of OpTic Gaming. No flag tap from it. Now SSG want a chance with theirs. Cat's APG riding in the corner there. Not going to happen, but where did that Lucid? Great prediction.
Just grenades, especially when they're in those tight corridors over at Utility, and especially if they're going to hear a player like Cam over there, they're going to do anything they can say, whether it's a Hail Mary prayer or a Hail Mary grenade.
Still tied up right now after 3 minutes of action. Formal was able to get away with the heat wave, but it looks like Space Station Gaming might have spotted him a couple of stray shots from across the map. He ends up losing his duo in APG. He can't go down because you hear the flag going out. If SSG get the slays, that might be it. 3 down for OpTic Gaming. Space Station Gaming might have opened this wide open. That flag has already made it towards the P side.
Just look at that constant pressure from all those angles from the members of Space Station. Formal didn't know whether he should be looking back at flag, watching his own back in Utility, and because of it, Space Station able to grab that first cap, able to grab all those kills, and didn't lose control of the entire map. They still have pressure over on the OpTic half.
People think it's just a cliche when we talk about Space Station Gaming's objective efficiency. Notice how that flag got pulled and thrown out before they got the kills. Once the kills come in, that flag is already moving and already gone before OpTic knew what was happening. 1-0 lead for Space Station, 8 minutes on the clock, so no need to get worried yet, especially on Aquarius.
No, and they've been doing it objectively efficient as well. Kills are nearly even. It's 27 kills here for Space Station Gaming, and now 27 kills for OpTic Gaming. So dead even on the slaying front.
2 camouflages in a row for Space Station. Not only that, but they're controlling the mid-map at the moment. Takes no damage whatsoever until, hold on, long-range shots from Formal are going to connect. That's a big kill. You just took out camo.
Yeah, Stellar just doing everything can to get away with that, but these players and teams are going to iterate anytime someone has that camo, that power-up, that power weapon. It's going to be known, and anyone who has an angle of that across the map is going to dial in on that player.
It's that communication and coordination that make OpTic so tough to deal with, and with that, Space Station Gaming finding out the hard way. They go 3 down. Now you're seeing OpTic within the base, and Trippy gets this kill. We could see a flag get pulled, has to retreat because he is one shot. Doesn't exactly have the help he's looking for, but here comes the cavalry. SSG better be careful.
Yeah, and OpTic, during this chaos, are somehow able to pull a flag, and Luce is going to continue to rally. I want to go to OpTic, listen to hear how they're going to try to capture this flag.
Bottom mid, bottom center.
We need some kills or damage.
One bullet. Joey, back.
I'll keep re on. Two here in our base.
No one here, Tommy. I'll brick. Touch. Beat down. Nice shot.
Yo, I didn't get touched though. I didn't get touch.
Help. Our flag, and then one top mid.
Nice kill. They're gonna go straight for it.
Last guy.
He's gonna go straight for Reed.
Probably shoot search the Reed.
Ping two on Reed. I'm in re on myself.
Get in it.
I gotta be touched. I gotta beat down. He's absolutely running, guys. Absolutely running in front. Top mid, ping.
Two guys top center.
Two guys top mid, ping. One's full.
I'll touch.
Camo's coming,
You guys
guys.
don't touch.
Go on. Bottom mid.
And as we heard, even though OpTic got that flag all the way back to their base, you heard Coach Lunchbox saying, we need to get those slays. They were not just going to try to force that flag in, because there were members of Space Station just looking all across the map, ready to punish any player running that flag on the plat.
Once again, Space Station Gaming getting another camouflage, but at least OpTic are able to burn it before it takes any real effect. In fact, they weren't able to take that camo into a 3 down in their flagpole, but my gosh. We saw Penguin getting sturdy with it. Now we're seeing Stellar wanting to dance as well, right behind enemy lines. Dynamo grenades are out. He's going to pull this flag and turn the attention of OpTic Gaming towards him.
We've been seeing lots of front base pulls. They've been thrown out in the courtyard rather than the longer utility route. It just might be an efficient route, or people just taking the faster routes as they can. Stellar realizing players are all over on the pink side, tries to get the pull and run it on over towards Car. Meets some resistance from Formal, and that should be the end of that flag. That flag is going home back to OpTic, and 1 more minute till the 4-minute camo comes up.
And like you kind of alluded to, trying to take the shortest route possible, but OpTic were able to come right off the spawn, find that angle, and turn it into some hard side control. You see 3 members of OpTic starting to grind forward. Blue utility is about to be cleared out. If that happens, we're going to see another flagpole, but this time for OG. Trades going out, so nothing clean yet. APG might be left alone here. What can he do?
APG trying to buy time and stay alive, but the pressure's coming in. Bound and Crew knowing they have to clear him out. APG hitting perfect shots, taking out Bound and staying alive on the flag. This is going to be a thorn in the side of Space Station until they can deal with him, and somehow still alive for a short time.
My bad, APG. I didn't mean to question. I said, what could he do? I forgot. He's a pure goated. I didn't know. That's on me. Like a pure gentleman introduced that player to the black screen. We see Bound did a great job with the long-range shots, but once again, a grenade out of nowhere, and of course it's Lucid clearing out a player he has no business doing so. Stellar ends up hitting the black screen as well, and now we see OpTic take their first camo since the opening rip.
Yeah, Lucid with the 4-minute camo eventually just called out there. As we said, anytime a player's grabbing that camo or that power-up, players are keeping track of it. Even if they don't have the angle, they have in the back of their minds, where can this player get to within these next 5 to 10 seconds? Am I at threat of getting flanked by this camo?
Stellar does a great job of creating space here, making sure that nobody in OpTic Gaming is in their utility, because once that happens, you can't go down. Once that happens, they'll turn the tables real quick. And with 3.5 minutes, Space Station Gaming, they realistically can win this 1-0. Who knows? If that defense is strong, OpTic may be down 0-1.
Yeah, and we're tied once again in kills, 63 apiece. Stellar trying to get the lead for his team with that 64th kill. And we are getting at that point in time, like you said, that the clock can start to become a factor. Up until this point, Space Station, they definitely wanted to press their advantages. They definitely want to push in for a flag where they can. Right now, we're not going to see them force a flag. If they get the opportunity, though, and they get the slays, they will pull and try to get that 2-0 lead.
But the green wall defense, once again, good, and hopefully OpTic can turn that defense into some offense. Space Station Gaming thought they had the opportunity, but 3 spawners from OpTic cleared them out, and now Eco over towards the mid-map, still applying pressure, but does he realize Carside is vulnerable?
Does not realize it, but needs to penetrate through and break through this defense here. That's going to be Bound being a nuisance once again over at the OpTic base, but runs into 2 members there. That's going to be Lucid and Formal playing defense at the OpTic side. Space Station have the information, and Space Station are going to take control of the rest of the map while they are stuck at the base.
I give a shout out to Bound and Penguin, combining for 43 kills at the moment, even have a decent amount of assists to go along with it. A large reason why OpTic aren't able to cross that 50% portion of that, the large reason why OpTic aren't able to get those clean slays and those clean pulls is because of the slays coming out of them. And now Penguin with another camouflage, already watching the overextenders. That flag is on the move and already past the 50%. This could be a 2-0. Space Station might be dominating here.
Penguin just needs to delay, trying to buy time, but the push has come in and the stop has happened. APG just trying to stay alive. That's going to be Lucid doubling back for the back smack, and that's going to be a dead flag. Eco's now trying to stop the counter cap.
Halfway done with the return, and you have two members of OpTic now approaching the base of SSG. The counter pull comes in right through the mid, but Penguin and Bound, back-to-back kills coming out of your leading Slayer. Bound wasting no time whatsoever to get onto that return, and now we're right back where we started, but 1 minute and 13 seconds on the clock.
Let's see how Bound plays this. Last few minutes, we've been seeing Bound get all the way in the base of OpTic Gaming. Bound might now opt to leave the base open so that members of OpTic Gaming spawn in their own base so they aren't spawning out and getting a pull. Now he's just going for slays, and look at that. How effective was that by Bound? Setting two members to the respawn screen. They cannot have the control to grab a flag against Space Station now.
Hey, McQuinn said it best. It's hard to play objective when you're dead. It's as simple as that. So as of right now, Space Station, you just have to slay, baby slay, less than a minute here. And OpTic find himself 3 down. The moment the spawners come up, they're going to have to overextend. Eco's dropping a triple kill. Another pull is coming out. Look at the spawner already having reticles trained on him. You just went 4 down, and I don't think anybody's stopping this flag. This might be game.
This is going to be tough, and that's going to be flag number 2. OpTic have to pull off the perfect ending. They have to get a double cap to just tie this game. And with 3 members down and Formal the last one standing, I don't see that happening. We're looking at a 1-0 lead here for Space Station in this series.
What a start coming here out of Space Station Gaming. OpTic wanted their revenge. They wanted back into the